Hello everyone, my name is Bhumija Sakpal, and today we're going to be having a poster presentation on the effects of gender norms on the levels of conformity. It is a fundamental idea of belonging and being socially accepted for all human beings, while also being predisposed to forming intimate personal networks in social settings. Adolescence is a period in everyone's lives that predicates their characteristics, behavior, and social life. As adolescence progresses, the importance of peer relationships increases dramatically. Teens spend proportionately less time with family and more time with friends, and these peer relationships become more intimate. Social psychology focuses on how thought, feelings, and behavior of an individual is influenced by presence of others. It is very prevalent in schools that students get influenced by their peers and friends. Being influenced can be distinguished into two main categories. Firstly, conformity and nonconformity. Conformity refers that people keep their opinions or behaviors in accordance with the majority. According to formal evolutionary theory, conformity plays an important role in helping persons adapt to social lives. Considerable research has also indicated that adolescents show adaptable strong conformity with learning social skills effectively. Nonconformity is when thought or ideas differ from what is typically associated in a group. Secondly, peer pressure. Peers play a large role in the social and emotional development of children and adolescents. Peers can be positive and supportive. They can help each other develop new skills or stimulate healthy interests, or they can also have negative influence. They can encourage each other to skip classes, use drugs or alcohol, or become involved in other risky behaviors. Children often give in to peer pressure because they want to fit in. There has been considerable research done which explores how peers influence in decision-making or engaging in unhealthy behaviors. Siranka and Wandeba, 2019, have shown that developmental changes, verbal modes, in context of social influence and adolescent decision-making are correlated. This is because verbal models majorly focus on the neurodevelopmental explanations of influenced decision-making during adolescence. Siranka and Wandebon translated verbal models of adolescent social decision-making into formal models, which was used to make distinguishable quantitative predictions. Results suggested that adolescents with high social anxiety showed different styles of strong conformity with the changes of stress type, and the socially anxious adolescents avoided potential social situations with weaker conformity, while avoiding negative evaluations from others with stronger conformity. Numerous social psychology theories emphasize the importance of social environment, including the role of family and peers in the formation and development of attitudes. Hijram, Eager, and Donnell, 2018, pointed that individuals are susceptible to social influence from their immediate social environment, especially during adolescence. They examined the effects of social context on prejudice by focusing on peers and respondents' role in a group. Results indicated that the level of prejudice among peers affects individual prejudice over time. On the other side, gender norms and stereotypes of how one should act also creates social pressure. Iwamoto and Smiler, 2013, looked at how masculine norms were associated with peer pressure and gender conformity, specifically the topic of alcohol intake in adolescent girls and boys. The study demonstrated that masculine norms were associated with peer pressure and gender conformity and alcohol use for both adolescent girls and boys, though the relationship between masculine norms and alcohol use was stronger for boys. Conformity and peer pressure happens in every stage of life. However, it is more prevalent and sensitive in the phase of adolescence. Peer pressure is majorly implied on general topics such as decision-making and unhealthy behaviors in adolescence. but there is not much focus on how gender influences types of behaviors such as femininity and masculinity. Both have different characteristics. In societies, there are tags of how girls and boys should behave, and those who do not comply are considered the outliers. For example, for boys to fit in masculine norms, usually they have to drink alcohol or show types of rebellious behavior. However, if boys don't do so, then they are considered weak or geeks. Similar is for girls. In the current society, every gender, every culture has its characteristics that are stressed to follow, which directly and indirectly is social pressure. Iwamoto and Smiler 2013 looked at masculine norms. However, their research was limited to the intake of alcohol in adolescents. The other two articles focused on decision-making and prejudice. However, Hagerm, Eager, and Donnell 2018 did stress that longitudinal studies haven't been conducted to understand the behavior of participants over a time period. The study will aim to examine the effects of gender norms on levels of conformity of adolescence, with the participants being high school students and the research being a longitudinal case study to understand behavior over a long period of time to make accurate predictions. The study will hypothesize that the scores of adolescent levels to conform with masculine norms will be higher compared to feminine norms. The following are references for Sironka and Montebaugh 2019, Hagerm, Eager, and Donnell 2018, and Iwamoto and Smiler 2013.